Is She Into You? Part 2. Part 1 to a video we've previously reacted to, which is over. Watch that video after this one because you ruined my retention.
So I think as a guy, it's really easy to see a girl you want to talk to, but you're too scared to actually go and do it. So I want to take a few situations you might find yourself in, and by asking yourself, what's the worst that could happen? I think it could really help make it easier to figure out whether you should make a move or not. So let's say you finished another unproductive work day and are walking down the street, and all of a sudden you see your favorite celebrity of the moment being escorted by a couple bodyguards. They seem to be in a rush, so before you make an approach, ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen?
One of 3 games is going to come to fruition. WWE, GTA, or...
Yeah, there's a good chance you'll get tackled, and I think she's married, so not really worth the risk. Best be on with your day and keep a lookout for better opportunities. Okay, so let's say you're standing in line at the coffee shop waiting for the caffeine to bring you happiness, and after noticing the cute barista, you've been staring at her for a few minutes, and you're pretty sure she's looked back at you a few times, but it could just be to see if you've stopped. She might have winked just then, but the angle made it so you couldn't really see her other eye very well. Could have just been a regular blink. So ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen?
Let's see if you learned from last video. Run it back.
I was recently at Starbucks and there was a really cute girl taking my order, so we chatted for a second and she asked for my name to write on the cup. Then when I got my drink, I saw that my name had 2 hearts around it. And that was honestly one of the best feelings of my life, and I was about to say something when I saw that she also drew a couple of hearts for a guy named Aaron right behind me.
You know what I'm saying? That's tough.
Yeah, it's her job to be nice to customers, so you'll probably embarrass yourself in front of the whole cafe. Times are tough, and she was probably just trying to get that 16% tip. Wouldn't be the end of the world, but best wait for a better opportunity and never go back to that coffee shop again.
Perfect.
Alright, so let's say you're sitting in the bar with your friend, wondering if people think you're gay, and all of a sudden a pretty girl runs in and says, "Hey, I saw you from outside. I thought you were really attractive and seem exactly like my type. I just had to come over and give you my number." Ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen?
It's either a prank, a scam, or they're filming you for some TikTok video or something.
I'll make you famous.
And I think he's being very intentional to include hypothetical situations that are just that, purely hypothetical. Like a girl just coming to you and saying, "I really like you, I'll just give you my number," and it's not a prank or a scam or you're being filmed, there's a hidden camera somewhere. Yeah, no.
There's no happening.
Yeah, some guys might miss the obvious here, but don't be an idiot. There's clearly a hidden camera somewhere. Don't want to make a fool of yourself, so best be on with your day and wait for a better opportunity. So as the day is coming to an end, you're walking home through the park, and all of a sudden you see a little golden retriever puppy playing in the daffodils. And when you look around to see who it belongs to, you see a girl sitting alone on a picnic blanket.
Ah, of course, there's always has to be a girl in the park with her dog and you're walking past her and then
She's reading your favorite book, wearing a yellow sundress with glasses that are a bit too big, so she has to keep pushing them back up as she's concentrating. Has those little dimples on her cheek from smiling all the time, and probably has a really subtle Scandinavian accent that you'd only notice with certain words. Then as you walk by, she places her book down to stretch, and after a few seconds she makes eye contact with you, gives you a little wave, and then pats the space on the blanket next to her. So you go sit down, and her dog jumps all over you right away, and she says, "Wow, she's usually nervous to meet new people. It must be a good sign." Ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen?
2 words. They both start with an R. Rabies and a certain word that's not liked by YouTube that involves forcefully. You get the point.
Yeah, you don't want to get your heart broken. Honestly, there would be no rebounding from that one. Always have tomorrow, so best be on with your day and keep waiting for a better opportunity.
If you didn't get that, I meant robbery. Well, you'll be robbing something, so your freedom. Comment Mission Impossible if you're still here. I know you forgot to, so like the video, subscribe.